All right. Welcome to the party of the year, the team call Monday night. Get ready. I actually have energy, and the reason I have energy is because I'm actually being good to my body. and and I am coming to you in a great mindset and hopefully gonna leave you with a few things to move forward with in your business today. That is my hope. So uh I want to kind of so first of all, let's start with today's not scripted. I don't have anything I'm going to necessarily share. I'm going to bounce around a little bit, and then I want to kind of end with what's working for you. Okay, just wrap around what's working for you, anything pressing, and then we can just peace out and do our business. But let's see. So I'm going to make this about me because stories sell, right? So I'm selling you on living your greatest life is what I'm selling. That's what I'm selling today. So I think I've posted about this. I don't know how much I talked about it. I can't remember. Forgive me if it's a repeat a little bit, but as I've been getting better, I knew I was ready to take on my health. I've been wanting to take on my health. What I don't know if I've shared with this group, like weight wise, I'm heavier than I've been in like ever, pretty much. like other than pregnancy, like I'm there. Hi, so I'm there. And this whole year has been very up and down with my focus on my health. So like I'll want to make improvements and I'll make it for a few days, and then I'll like quit on myself, or the weekend comes or whatever, and then honestly, I did well right after the surgery, but then at some point I was like, F it, this is awful. And then like I just said screw it to everything in life. And going back to work actually helped me realize that it was like mentally harder than I realized, going through all the surgery stuff. Like I think while I was in it, I was really trying to say the right thing. Hello, Ellie. Welcome to the party. I was really trying to say the right things and have the right attitude, but I think I was struggling more than I realized I was. And after going back to work, I kind of realized like, wow, I think that was really hard on me. So that's kind of been my perspective. And when you guys all did MBF, I was like super jealous and sad because I wanted to do it with you, and I just wasn't at the point in my healing where I could. Um, and so as I've gotten healthier this last month and I knew I could return, Ellie, I'm just talking about me today. This is
Okay,
you tuned in for
fine.
a
No.
story about Laura.
Peace out.
Um, yeah, right. And I've had enough. Okay. But then uh basically I started seeing myself getting better. I think the big thing was the PT. They started having me do lunges on sliders. And I was like, okay, if I'm doing lunges on sliders, like I'm really close to being good enough that I can be back. And that was like optimism and hope. So then that got me thinking, what do about my health. And that's when I started thinking I wanted to do something intense, um to like rein in my consistency, because that's where I seem to always like fall short, or at least whatever in my head. And I'm like, I'm gonna do 75 hard. Now you got to know that I think it's 3 years ago now, Kelly left my house, and she and I both, when she was out here, we were like, we both want to deal with our health differently or whatever. And she left and she did 75 hard, and from there she really did figure out consistency, and she's built healthier habits ever since she did that. So that's always been in the back of my head, right? I watched her do that. I admire that Kelly's done that. I like the transformation I've seen her do over the years about how she talks about food. And so I've been really inspired by that. But most of the time I'm like, 75 hard is too much. I don't want that. But I was really toying with it. And then I started to think and I was like, you know what? I don't want that. It's so restrictive. I don't want that level of restriction, but I want to make progress. And so I glorified the 75 hard. And I don't know if you guys, I know I shared it. I don't know who's seen it, but essentially I have all the components of 75 hard, but I made them ones that I like. For instance, the PD is I do 10 minutes of listening as opposed to 10 pages. And for the workouts, I'm instead of I think it's 2 45-minute workouts, or I forget what it is, but I'm doing a 30-minute workout and a 1-mile walk. So I made them things that felt good for me. Instead of no alcohol, I gave myself 10 alcoholic drinks a week, which is a ton. But it's actually less than I was. And so I know, right? It's like amazing.
I love it.
I'm so proud of myself for only drinking 10 drinks. Like it's like Alcoholics Anonymous right now. But I I realized I needed to, I talked about this in my stories today. I needed guardrails, right? And I didn't have to go for perfect, like the be all end all to get where I'm trying to go. Like maybe I won't get there as fast, but I'm not really that worried about that. Like I just want to live a healthy life that I feel energy for. Like I haven't had good energy in a long time. Like 6 days in, or yeah, 6 days in to eating healthy, of course, my energy is feeling like I'm feeling really good. And so that's kind of like where I am. And after the last team call, if you were on it, because I forgot to share the recording, you'll know that I ended the call by asking Lori if she would stay with me. And I asked Lori at that time, I said, hey, will you be my accountability partner for the month? And she's like, absolutely, I'll do that. And so she and I have been checking in with each other, and Lori is like, "Can you ask for a better accountability partner than Lori? Probably not." Um, so so I asked for her support throughout the month, and she was wise and asked me some questions like, "Well, what if this happens? How do you want me to respond?" and stuff. She was really thoughtful, and I trusted her enough. And so there's going to be some shoots on this story, and I hope somewhere in here you get some inspiration, okay? So the first piece of inspiration that you may or may not need, depending on where you are, is that whole piece of I really sat down and thought about what I needed and what would feel good to me. And so the tracker that I'm doing this month is very me. It's got a limitation on Diet Cokes because that's something I want to work on. And it's got this alcohol piece that's excessive but yet improvement for me, right? And it's very me based. And I think sometimes it's so easy for us to be very look at the shiny thing, right? Whatever the goals are that body has put out for us, or the trainer, or like I know Shanti's working his new program, and I know Lori is excited starting his new thing. So she's really excited, but like these are all shiny things, and sometimes the shiny things are what you need, and they're like perfect and they meet you where you are, and sometimes they're not. And I think when they're not, that's when you get the opportunity to really say, this is my life and what's going to actually serve me right now. And it can really be whatever you create, right? And so I first want to invite you to remember that. So wherever you are in your business or your health, like business, we have the BAT. And so like maybe I know there are times when people are like telling me about their BAT and whatever's holding them back from it or whatever they're doing, and it's like you get to create this. Maybe the BAT is your 75 hard and you realize like you don't want 75 hard right now. So what do you want, and what will feel good, and what is doable, and what is accomplishable? And so I think those are really important questions to ask yourself. Um, And then the next piece that I wanted to go into is just the accountability piece. You know, eh, I don't know of that many people on this team in this year who have had accountability partners for their business. I don't even know that many that had it for their health journey either. But like, when was the last time you put yourself out there and decided that you were going to show up for yourself, and then you invited someone else in to help you hold yourself accountable? And the funny part is, we'll see what the month brings. There's a lot of month left, but I don't even feel like I need Lori completely. What I needed is I needed to know I had an extra layer. That's what I personally needed. Like, it's not like Lori is like calling me every day saying, you can do this. Although I do get messages sometimes from her like that. But like, I don't need her to, like, I was ready. I'm ready to take it on. It's not like she called me up and said, "Hey, why don't you do these 8 healthy habits every day and I'll push you." Like, no. Like, I was ready and I decided what I wanted to do, but I knew that I am more likely to let myself slide if I am just doing it myself. And so where can you build in that accountability? And sometimes it's not with your closest friend on the team. That's the other thing, like, I mean, I'm sure Kelly can tell you, like, we had many times that we tried to be accountability partners, and sometimes it was successful, and other times we just got on the phone and bitched about things together, and it wasn't really that much accountability. And so I think it's really being strategic about who you want to ask to do that with you, right? And it doesn't have to be that you're doing the same thing at all. It's about creating a layer for yourself that helps you to show up, right? And so I want you to really consider that, particularly as we're going into November and December and the holidays. It is the easiest time of year to have all the reasons, right? All the reasons why you can't work your business, all the reasons why you can't show up for yourself, all the reasons why you can't invite, all the reasons why you think people are going to say no, all they're all there right now. And so what do you need to do to I always call it like hack yourself. What do you need to do to hack yourself so that you can get past this? Um so the next little tidbit I want to share is that because Brendan Burchard is now part of Body. So I never liked Brendan Burchard. Let's start with that. He's spoken twice at Summit, I think, and neither time did he resonate with me. Did not particularly like him. I got this book for free somehow at some point from something with Beachbody. I don't know. I got this for free. Never touched it. And but I'm like, okay, he's like with us now. So I need to like give this man a chance. I need to see what he's all about. And this coincided with I was going to start doing my personal development anyways for 10 minutes every day. Oh, another side note. Book club. We now have book club, right? Like, I'm loving book club. Book club is actually amazing and I didn't even know I wanted to be in a book club, but now I like it. I didn't like the first 2 books. I'm getting into it. But uh I was realizing that I was not reading personal development. Like, I was reading for book club and I wasn't doing personal development. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, like, no, I need to get back to personal development. And what I used to do though is I used to feel guilty all the freaking time, like I wasn't doing enough. Um, and so when I would be in the car, I'm like, oh, I should listen to personal development, or I should do this, or I should do that. And now that's when I'm doing my book club. I have a long commute every day. I do the book club there. But I made it so I'm reading 10 minutes a day. You know what? That's been on the BAT like forever, right? But for some reason, I don't know why the black and white words on there were so confusing to me, but I constantly would feel guilty like I hadn't done enough. Oh, yay. Yay for hugs and dogs. But I would always feel like I didn't do enough. Like, somehow it was never enough. And so book club has helped me to say, no, you did enough. You did your 10 minutes today. You did enough. And now you get to do something enjoyable. And so somehow book club is helping me find some balance, which I think is really, really cool. Cause I used to feel like I had this commute and I had to do something productive with it. So, okay, back to, I know this is like a long story. I hope something in here is inspiring. That's all I'm hoping for. But back to Brendan Burchard is part of our business now, and I got to give the man a try. So I started listening to this book. I bought it. I have the hard copy, and I started listening to it. And it's awakening me. This book is awakening me. First of all, I like Brendan Burchard now. I've decided that I don't know what stick was up my butt, and I don't know what my issue was, but giving him another chance, I like him. This book is so, it's a blessing for me for where I am right now, because it's High Performance Habits. I've been in a really hard season this year with my, just with me, I guess with me mentally is what I'll say. Like, I let go of things in my business at one point, and I still haven't gotten to the point where I'm back to the same productivity that I used to have, and I'm trying to figure out how I want that to look is part of it. Kind of like, I feel like you know, Kelly took a step back, I took a step back, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. But then I layer that on top of an injury like I hadn't experienced before this year, and then letting go of my health. Like, so this year I've created a lot of struggle, or leaned into struggle, or whatever we want to say. It's been a challenging year. I have had not challenging years with my business. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like, I always felt like they were challenging, but I've had times when it felt easier. That's what I should say. This book is amazing reading right now, because I'm literally having all these aha moments, like, aha, that's why I'm having such a hard time right now. Aha, because here's what I've learned about me right now, and maybe this resonates, maybe it doesn't. There's a very successful version of me that I'm like completely in love with. Like this awesome, right, Sandy. There's this awesome side of me that like loves to succeed, loves to achieve, loves to lead. And that part of me like might be a bear. I don't, it's, she's been in hibernation, like she's someone drugged her. I don't know. She's been missing in action to some level. And reading this is reconnecting me with her, because I'm able to see, like, it's talking about what high performers do, and I'm able to say, oh wait, I used to do that and I'm not doing that right now, and that is attributing or contributing to why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. Because for some reason, even with all the years of personal development, I haven't been able to put this all together myself. But interestingly, when I start reading personal development again, I'm starting to move forward. Isn't that surprising, guys? Isn't that shocking? So I'm telling you this to remind you, if that is an area that you are not doing right now, it's time to rediscover it. The team as a whole has pulled back from that. And I don't know where each individual person is. I know we're getting very good at reading fiction books, but I don't think fiction books are going to move your business forward. And so, just like I said, I actually feel like I'm finding a balance here. I want you guys to find a balance. You know, I look at what I'm experiencing over the last 6 days in really focusing on my health, and I am, man, I am really, really, really I'm planning on doing this again in December and maybe tweaking my goals some, but I just want to keep building successful months. That's what I'm trying to do. Build successful months where I am accountable to myself so that I can build a healthy life. Like that's what I'm trying to do. And I do not want to talk about a weight goal right now because that just is like soul sucking. Like I just want to go atomic habits, right? Atomic habits are like doesn't matter what the goal is, as long as you're doing the actions that would get to that goal, you will get there at some point. That is what I'm doing. And that is what we all should be searching for in whatever capacity is speaking to your heart right now, right? And so when what I love is that our health and our business are so closely aligned. Why is my business struggling? Maybe because my health's been struggling this whole year. Maybe because I have been struggling there. I know that's why. It's not even maybe. This business, when you are not showing up for yourself in a healthy manner, it's a really challenging business to have, right? And so for me, some pieces are coming together. I can't tell you enough how important the personal development is. I am going to go back through this book. I need to go back through this book, and there are parts I need to write down. There are parts of this that I need to like really own. There are other parts of it that have made me say, hell yeah, I've got that check. I am so strong in that area. It's amazing. And so I've been able to really start to dig into me again and work on that self-improvement piece. One of the things that he talked about in the book, and since I was listening, when you listen, it's harder to retain. So I don't have like all the details, but he was talking about goal setting and how much more likely you are to accomplish a goal when you know what your goal is and when you have daily actions, daily measurable achievable actions, and when you check in with yourself about how you're doing with those actions, and when you're not afraid to to hold yourself accountable. And I was just like there, like check, check, check. That's why I'm going to be successful this month. I didn't even have the words that he had or the research that he had to support it. But as I was listening, I was like, yes, this is what's going to happen. So my challenge to you is, what is your goal in your business this month? What is your goal? Like, what are you trying to work for? He was talking about how salespeople, when it's close to end of quarter, they are normally more productive, right? Because it's close to the goal. Like, what is your goal? And if you don't have a goal for the month and you don't want to make a goal for the month, I don't even care. Don't make a goal for the month. Make a goal for the week. What's your goal for the week? Break it down and start setting goals. It's so much easier to not take action when you don't have anything you're shooting for. So easy. So I'm really good at it. Like when I shoot for nothing, guess what? I do a lot less in my business. It's amazing. I got more time for TV. Guys, there are so many of the basic habits that I feel like myself, and I'm not trying to like, this isn't meant to be like a shaming or anything, but I feel like some members of our team have pulled away from some of these basics we know about. And I think it's time to go back to the basics. And so that's what I've been thinking about. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But I'm hoping something in that story hit you where you needed to be hit tonight. That's what I'm hoping for each one of us. I'm about to open this up for like free, just what's working for you. I kind of shared what's working for me right now. But I did want to tell you, in case you missed it, the National Weight. You have hold on. Everything that you need to build on. Stop. Okay, the National Wake Up Call, from what I can see, is no longer on Facebook, and it's in the Body Partners app. Okay, so if you want to go into your body, I'm still navigating this Body Partners app, but if you go into your Body Partners app,
What is it? What does that app look like? I don't know that I have it. Is it a different app?
do you see right there, Body Partners?
Okay.
If you don't have that app,
Nope.
you
Sure.
you need it. It's actually super important. I'm glad you said that, Ellie. So if you don't have that app, you need it.
Well, and I think once you get into it, it turns into like Body Basics. Welcome to Body Basics, right? Is that
It
right?
actually turns into a number of things. So, like, you'll get Body Basics, which will help you with the
Ooh,
beginning.
I don't know what any of that stuff is.
Ooh, that is not what mine looks like.
Well, I know I don't have a special version. I just clicked the 3 lines at the top left corner.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, see, this is probably what yours look like.
Yeah.
So if you look at Body Basics, that's going to be your partner training. Your partner training, sorry. If you look at the 28-day action plan, that's actually amazing.
Where are you seeing all this stuff? I'm sorry. The 3 dots? No.
No,
three
the
lines
3
at the top.
lines at the top left.
Yeah.
Does it then look like this for you?
No. Yeah. But no, mine just says Body Basics, launch checklist, project growth, and this is your wake up call.
Okay, so we gotta
Go
figure out.
into the 3 lines.
I am.
It should say
I'm
the
not-
office, body.
Like this.
You need the 28-day action plan, and so
I
the
don't have that.
question is how to get you into that. Okay. We might have to search around for that answer.
Okay.
The name of it, because I think you're taking notes, right?
I think you have to invite her.
You think so?
Uh-huh. Let's see.
We gotta figure it out. But I might have to ask in one of my leadership groups.
Let me see if I can turn off my background for a second.
But did you go to the it's all right. Did you go to the
Yeah, it
those
doesn't
3
have-
those 3 things
Yeah.
on the side?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's what I got.
Okay.
Okay,
So all it says is Body Basics.
Says Body Basics, launch checklist, $99 USD pack, project growth, 10 steps to success, and then this is your wake up call.
Okay.
I can ask in my leaders group and see if there's a special something for you, or if it's not there, you can always contact.
Maybe I don't need 28 days.
Relations.
Laura, I'm just that good.
Maybe it's really good though.
Could be.
I'm
The
just messing
28-day
I'm
thing
totally,
is amazing.
I'm just joking with you. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, so that app is now where they're hosting the National Wake Up Call. And so that, like, I had to work to figure this out today. Let's
Oh,
see.
what are these calls?
So the National Wake Up Call is a call that's done weekly by corporate.
Okay.
It's every Monday at noon, I think, my time, or else 11 my time. So it's obviously 3 hours.
I think it's 8 o'clock our time.
Then it's
It's 8,
11.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
6 o'clock Alaska time.
There you go.
Woo!
As I take out her cabinet door.
And then where did I find? I can't. This new app, I don't even know how to use it.
Ellie, they're Monday mornings at 8, but they're always recorded. You can
Yeah, I can see the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like I can't even get back to it right now, but I'll figure out how to get back to it. I was in it this morning and it looked really nice. Or this afternoon. Anyways, that's where you need to go now to listen to the National Wake Up Call. Brendan Bouchard was the speaker today.
Ooh.
Okay. It's an hour long and I didn't get through all of it. So, but I obviously you should listen to that. Ellie, that's kind of like something that you just want to do every week too. You just because what they do is if you can listen to it on Monday, it's the best because they always talk about like any promotions going on that week or anything helpful there.
Okay.
So, and they normally have a successful coach and it's normally like inspiring as hell. And then you're like, yeah, I got this. Like it's so much fun. Okay. So the other thing in the body basics is that there is a project growth 10 steps to success that they put in there that I have not checked out much yet. However, I believe that would be a really wise thing to do for PD this week and figure out what that is all about. Okay.
Say that again. What was it?
It's in the Body Partners app and it's called Project Growth 10 Steps to Success. And it has literally 10 things that should help you be successful. And then in case you guys don't realize, all of these things, Body Partners are commenting on these. It's like a Facebook in here, but it's just Body Partners. And so it's a really powerful tool. It's just new to us, right? So that's something that we'll get used to. All right. So what I want to do is I want to kind of wrap up the meeting. Any questions, first of all, about anything we talked about so far? Is there any questions or things you're wanting to know more about? Okay. And then I just want to know oh, Lori, what do you want to have a question?
No, I just was unmuting myself. I'm trying to find I'm looking on our office, the back office to
Trying to
see
figure
about,
out the 28-day.
yeah.
Oh, see, Sandy and Lori will figure it out because Laura doesn't do things like this very well. Okay, so I just want to hear what's working for you, business-wise or health-wise. And if you feel like there is nothing working for you at all, that is an okay answer too. And you can feel free to share. And if you want any advice, we can give you advice. And if you just want people to listen, we can listen. So this is
I'll
the
start.
part. Yes.
Yeah. So kind of like yourself, Laura, like I have had a really rough fall. Not fall physical, fall as in time of year. And I kind of did, like you, a reflection of like, okay, what has worked for me in the past? What lights my fire? What extinguishes it? And for me, I've been really distracted by all the super blocks. Because I have been jumping from program to program, like chasing to keep up with like everything that everyone else is doing. And frankly, it doesn't work for my body. Like it doesn't work for like who I am, how I like to work out. And I knew that deep down. But it's like I just kept doing it. It was like I don't know why, like why did I do bar? I hate bar. I didn't like it. In fact, I did 2 of those workouts a day to get through it in 2 weeks instead of 4 weeks because I hated it so much. But I just did it because everyone else was doing it. So I really wanted to like, and I've never done any of the workouts on body. I've only ever done super blocks or program because I've only been doing this for a year. So like I've never experienced any of the workouts on body. I've never explored the actual platform and I really wanted to. So I knew what I wanted to do. And I know that I have a bunch of friends that are like-minded. And so I reached out to all of them and said, hey, this is what I want to do. You guys saw my post. I ended up with 3 new customers. And yes, it's just the but I had also signed on like 5 people in August and September, and I did nothing with them. Like I just was like, hey, good luck, like figure it out. Not it honestly felt really shitty for me. Like I was like, that's not nice. Like I told them to come along with me and then I didn't do anything with them. And I felt really guilty about that because I know they joined because they wanted to do it with me and I did nothing with them. So it just felt terrible. So, and I think the very first time we ever got together, I was like, I really want to create a group, but I only have 2 people, remember? And I was like, I feel weird about it. Well, I have like 10 people now. So I created my group and I figured out how to like post, I did all my posts yesterday. I didn't even know that you could schedule posts on Facebook. And I was like trying to figure out how to make them look pretty and graphics. And I was like, no, I don't have time for that stuff. And frankly, I don't care. Like, I don't care about, like, I was trying to do what other people do. Like, I was like looking on Mompreneur and I was like trying to get clip. And I was like, this isn't me. Like, I just like to, I'm very like straightforward. I'm very like bullet pointed. And either people like me or they don't, but they wouldn't have signed up if they didn't like me. So I did it for me. Basically, I did it for me. And either the person's in or they're out. And I'm totally okay with it. And I know, and I thought about when I first started, I was like, no one showed me how to use the app. Like I had to call Lori like 50 times. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, where are these things? Like, what? Like, so I did everything, or I'm trying to do everything over these weeks that I wish someone had done for me when I started, because it makes it more palatable. Like it's so hard to start a new program and to try to figure out your nutrition and to figure out why everybody's posting sweaty selfies. And it's sometimes we make things too complicated. So I just tried to clear my deck and clear the noise and said, I'm going to do what I like to do. And if people want to join, great. And that's why I'm doing everything 1 week at a time. I have it all scheduled out in my head. No fancy graphics, nothing amazing. I still hate Canva. I figured out this much of it and I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. So that's what I'm doing this month.
I love it.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. What an inspiring story.
Very inspiring. And I found how to find the 28-day action plan.
Sure she did.
So before we're done, you just have to go to the search bar at the bottom. You see the little search bar?
Oh yeah.
And type in 28 dash day action, and then down below it there's like a little drop down box. It says body, or you can click on it and it says all spaces.
So when I do that, which area are you doing that search in? Because when I do it, I'm doing it under body basics, but is that the wrong section?
Nope, that's where it's at. And then just start typing, and then you should get something that comes up like this.
No, mine doesn't, unfortunately.
Here.
Mine comes up like this.
Look,
Yeah.
look, look.
So see that green arrow? Look where it's filled in with the green. What does it say in
It's
there?
where it says body basics, change it to say all spaces.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Oh, thank you.
Change it to all
Now
spaces.
I got it.
28-day action plan should
And
be
then I
right
hit
there.
join. All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, cool beans.
Thank you.
Ellie, that's
Wow.
really inspiring what you've done. I think it's
Oh.
amazing. And that's exactly because I will tell you, Danielle Natoni is a big coach within Beachbody. She doesn't do anything pretty, nothing. Everything is just a typed email. It's exactly what you're doing. So you get to do what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I was just overcomplicating it. And then that was my block. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know how to do a graphic.
I don't either.
Like, I was like even trying to find a weird sticker to put in like rest day. I'm like, who cares? Just put nothing. Like, someone wants to get on there, like, why? Just figure it out. Just don't, there's nothing on the calendar. Great. Do whatever you want that day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. So I
Good
don't know. I
job.
mean, I was excited. I got some fun, people posted today. I mean, Lori, you're in the group. Lori, are you in my group? I can't remember if I added you.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
posted yet because I worked out really late, but I will.
That's okay. Someone just
Yeah.
posted now. I mean, and they're friends from like all walks of life, but they're always like my same little group of friends. And I laugh because like I went and did a different program and they all came and did it with me. And I went and did something and they've like all like done it with me. And I was like, why don't I
Yeah.
bring all those people here? That's weird.
Yeah.
Like just reach out to
Yeah.
all of them. And they're all
Well, I
back.
didn't do your program, but I did 2
That's okay.
others today. So,
Amy didn't do it either. That's, I mean, but that's like the point to me, right? Like this is I figured out this for you. If you want to do something else, okay, that's fine. You can do that too. But I think some people just don't know where to start. And so if someone says, do this today, oh, I can do that. It's
Yeah.
very prescriptive, right?
yeah, yeah,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
I
awesome.
love, yeah.
Who wants to go next? What's working Monday? What's working? This should be on Wednesday. Great.
I'll go real quick. I didn't, today it worked. I made it through the day. It was a struggle day, but I just kept moving forward and kept telling myself I could do it. So I did. I didn't work out until 4 o'clock this afternoon, but I did it. And I didn't just do one workout. I was supposed to be in the Shanti thing and I just couldn't make it happen. So, but I did it. I just went back and did it after the live, and I did the XB Pilates first. And I don't know, did you guys do it? Man, I was freaking sweating. I can believe the amount of calories I burned. And then I did Shanti's buys, tries, and something else, and my arms are freaking toast. But yeah, but I'm having fun. I feel like I'm more alive and excited than I have been in a long time. And I did have an accountability partner a long time ago. I haven't had one for, gosh, probably over a year and a half. And I will say, for me, I need accountability partner that's not going to have excuses, because I want to be pushed and I want to be able to push the other person. And I want to have somebody that has the same desires and that I have. And so I've been finding my own and just tapping out and reaching out to whoever motivates me. And I love our team. I really love our team. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Who else wants to share? Sandy.
I really have nothing to share.
Well, Sandy, last week you shared with us that it was a hard time of year.
Yeah.
And you said if you go quiet, that might be what's going on. And so you don't have to share anything, but just if you want to share anything, you can. So I'll just put it like that.
No, it's just that it's particularly this week is going to be bad. This is my bad week because today was the anniversary of the day my mom died. And then my dad, 2 years before my mom died, on November 9th, he died. And so, and then we buried him on my birthday, which is the 12th. And so this week I have to get through this week and then I should be okay, you know.
Okay.
So that's just it. And there's nothing anybody can do or say or anything else that's gonna, you know, I just have to move through it. So
I appreciate you sharing with us just so we can know. You're
I can
right.
send some extra energy your way to support you.
yeah, and even though it's been 32 and 34 years, it doesn't make it any less, you know, but I'm able to move through it better. I allow myself those days, you know, to not even get out of my pajamas if I don't want to, you know, kind of thing. So,
Oh. Well,
but I
Sandy,
got dressed today because we had no groceries and we had to go grocery shopping. So.
Well, there you go. Ah,
So that was a nice distraction
Oh,
from the day. So
well, this is virtual hug. Love
thank you.
Who else wants to share?
I'll go. Nothing. Nothing is working for me right now. Not one
Okay.
thing. Not one thing. I made a post the other day because I was inspired by Ellie. I feel like the last couple of months, like even through this last MBF round, which I was so excited for, and I just feel like I'm going through the motions with no intention. There's no intention. I'm just rinse and repeat because that's what I do. And I am not working a business. I haven't been working a business. The personal development, I literally was sitting on the couch 3 days ago reading home records in the morning, and I kept looking up at my book Untamed, and I was like, I need to pick that book up again. I need to pick that book up again. I don't remember the last personal development book I read. I just don't. And so, like you, I have stopped that, and I think that that is playing a role in all of it. Like I don't have a drive right now. I don't have a goal right now. I have nothing right now. So I got to figure that out. I got to figure it out. And I'm super inspired by Ellie, because I, like you, feel like there was, like when I first started, there was a lot of direction and a lot of how to, but then I feel like there wasn't. And so I was like, wait a minute, what? And then it just, you go back to like, okay, so many people have done this on their own, figure it out, you can do it. And then it just, life gets in the way and other things happen. And then I'm like, is this really what I want to be doing? I can't seem to get a yes to save my life. So it like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And then you go back to your why and you're like, okay, well, the why is I want to help people. I want people to feel as good as I do. And if they don't know about it, if I stop doing what I'm doing, they're not going to know about it. So just keep going. So that's kind of where I've been. Just keep going.
mhm.
Yeah.
Your stories and what you do are amazing.
I think so too.
People are just not there. I feel the same way. It's up to them. They got to get there. They got to figure it out. But you
Right.
keep doing you, because look at how amazing you are. And look at where you started and where you are today.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And if you weren't doing what you were doing, Merritt, it wouldn't help you get through what you're going through.
It's true. That's 100% true. And those are the things I need to hear. Thank you.
And that's exactly why I'm here, is because what I have to go through, what I
Yeah.
do every day.
Yeah.
Is I'd be in a cuckoo house.
Oh, yep. Tapped out, silent.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
100%.
Oh,
I also think, and Laura had mentioned this when she was talking, and I, as a sales manager, like I talk about this with my reps too. It's like we have to redefine what success looks like for us too.
mhm.
Like success doesn't look the same for everybody. And so I think that when you figure out what that looks like, your goals could be different. Like maybe your goal is just to share a couple times a week and to do your own personal workouts to hit your own personal consistency. And that's your goal. And when you do that, then people start to know. So you know what I mean? And then things start to build from there too. So I don't know that like everybody's goal can always be, I'm going to get signed up 3 people, this week, or I'm going to find 3 friends every month. Like that. Yes, that's what you want to do. But
Mhm.
what are the steps that you need to take to achieve that bigger goal? So I think there's like this goal and there's this goal, and it's kind of like the daily, the weekly, the whatever, and they all build off each other too. And I think
Mhm.
that they're different for each person. Like they can't be the same for everybody.
Uh-huh. I agree. That's really good, Ellie.
Merritt,
Yes.
you're exactly where you need to be.
Yeah.
Like, at least I feel like for me, and I'm just again all about me, but this year's been hard, but I think this year's probably been necessary
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
where I need to go next. And so, I think that's something to remember. Like there's purpose in the hard, and it's not always that clear to see it, particularly when you're in it. And so I think what you said today, like the fact that you looked at your personal development book and it sounds like it was almost like calling to you, like,
Yep.
so it's time to reconnect.
Well, I will tell you something. When you were talking about, I literally was on Amazon on my phone and I ordered that book. I did just right now, because it's like, I do need to get back to that, because and then I started thinking too the other day, I was like, okay, when was the last time I felt really good? When was the last time I felt like I had all my shit was aligned and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing and I had, wow. God. But it was like, I was walking every day and the PD every day, and I was, and there's just things that I haven't been doing that I know I need to do. And I mean, maybe it's just like I'm in a reset moment or something. I don't really know, but I mean, I know I love what I do. I love this team. I love the message. I love like the life it's given back to me, but I just can't seem to figure out how to make that work. Like it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel super defeated, and other times I'm like, who the fuck cares if no one's signing up? I'm getting what I need, right? So yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I
love it.
Yeah, I love this. I think the fact that you said it out loud is like just so powerful. It's so powerful. Like I posted that picture on my Facebook page of me in the pink pants and the pink sports bra, and my nipples, like the eyes of the nipples are like going different directions. And like I feel so not the way I want my body to look in that picture, but it was authentic. And sometimes what I have found in this role for me is when I'm not showing up to others as I truly am, I feel like I'm holding something back. And then it's harder for me. Like me posting that picture the other day for me was like very like, all right, here's what I actually look like right now. Here's what it is. Like, because sometimes I feel very like I struggle sometimes, like, I'm in the health coach role, but I'm not being healthy. And I'm just like, all right, here's the drill. If you say yes to me, like this is who I currently am, but you see what I'm doing day to day, and I'm not misleading you, like I am showing up as my authentic who I am, where I am right now. And so if you're showing up in your stories, which I don't watch all your stories, every time I see your stuff, you look so put together though. Like I don't know how often, and you might, but I don't know how often you allow yourself to show that transparent side. And that might
Not very often. Not
and
very
that
often.
might be something that would be a little cathartic to do.
Yep.
Know?
Well,
And
I mean,
just
it's like when you were talking about your pink outfit, it was just like, I loved the whole thing, because it was just like, here I am, this is me. You know what I mean? And like, sometimes like you, I feel like, well, fuck, like I don't look the role. I don't act the role all the time, like it's just, I get all in my head, and then it's self-sabotage time, and mean girl comes out and I don't like her. So
Mean Merritt. She's got a name, Mean Merritt.
God.
Well, thank you for sharing all that. And I think honestly, I just feel like I see the wheels churning in your head right now about what you want this week to look like.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see what comes next. So, Where'd Michelle go? Do you think she ran away? She's like, she's gonna make me talk next, so I'm just gonna run away. Is that what she did?
Your buzz.
Maybe. Okay. Well, I guess we can wrap it up. Oh, she's back.
She's like, don't wrap it up yet. I'm not done.
I thought you left.
Sorry,
so I thought you were trying to avoid having to talk.
no, but that does sound like something I would do. No, I'm helping Caitlin put the boys to bed, and they might be 5 years old, but bedtime is still just a freaking nightmare trying to get them to stay in their bed, and they need to go to the bathroom, they need a drink, they need this, they need that. So just back and forth with the boys like usual.
Gotcha. Well, do you want to share where you're at?
I
Or is it a
kinda
bad
feel
time?
like I kind of feel like I'm all over the place. I feel like I have the goals and I know what I need to do and I want it. When I'm sitting down and I'm setting my goals, you're welcome. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Girl,
I will want it and I mean everything I say 100%. But then when it comes down to sitting down and actually making time to do it and getting the actions done, I don't do it. It's like my day gets filled up with everything else and I'm not making the time that I need to. I'm making time to do the dishes, I'm making time to get the laundry done, but I'm not making time and figuring out how to fit my power hours or even pockets of time into my day because even the action that I'm doing feels like it's not enough. So it's just all mind blocks that I've got to work through and just get through it. I feel like I also need to have grace with myself and just be glad with what I do get done. And I keep telling myself that, and then it just comes right back of, well, I can't sit down for an hour, so why start? I'll just do the dishes or, whatever to get the house ready for everybody else to get home. And it's just, well, whatever. It is what it is. It's just a phase. It's just a season of life, and I just got to work through it.
it sounds like
Share
you're
the
not-
reality of that. Share the
Mhm.
reality of that. Of doing, like do a video where you're doing the laundry. And you're doing the dishes and you're posting about that, that you're fitting things into your pockets of time and that life goes on. Show the imperfectness of it.
I like that.
And you are getting your workouts in.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably the only consistent thing I have in my life going for me right now because it's not anything else.
But that's that's authentic. That's what it's about.
And Michelle, I don't know how much this was resonating with you earlier, but if the accountability piece was resonating, I could see that being really positive for you. Is finding an accountability buddy, because you and I have such similar personality. Well, a lot of women, in that we will put ourselves last, or what we need last. But when we put in that layer of accountability, it makes it feel like you're showing up for someone else, even though you're showing up for you. And so
Yeah.
it kind of like hacks the system a little bit, the internal thing. So it's something to consider,
Yeah.
even for a week, like, whatever, like try an accountability piece for a week. That's the other thing. Like, I mean, I'm breaking up with Lori at the end of November. No, I'm just saying, like, it's not like, it doesn't have to be forever. Like, sometimes you need, like, you just need someone who can see you, and who is that who you most want to be the person who sees you during this. So anyways, I love this team. I love all of you. I'm sorry we're a little over an hour. I don't like doing that, but I do like when we share. And I don't know, I feel a lot of great things are coming on this team. I literally feel like we've been in a season of hibernation, and like it might be turning into winter outside, but it is freaking spring up in here. You got it? It is spring.
Well, I think we've missed this. I mean, I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know that I have, and I didn't think I was gonna be here tonight, but it was important to me. I needed it. So,
I agree.
Right,
think
Dwayne,
this is
because
one
you
of the
texted me,
pieces
Lori.
that are missing.
What was that, Merritt?
I think this was one of the pieces that's been missing. Just even the check-in once a week to just be like, here's where I'm at here. But, and even just the like business side of it too, like this is what's coming, or this is, it's helpful
Ah,
for sure.
I'm so happy. I love it. I'm so happy we're back to weekly team calls.
Me too. Me too.
So yay!
Same.
And yeah. So we will meet again next Monday. And Thursday I was gonna do my meal planning, but I can't. So I still can't do the meal planning. So whatever. Eventually I'll host a meal planning call and it will be amazing. All right. I love you guys.
Bye bye.
Oh, wait, picture. Okay, your hands are dirty. I got it. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a boomerang today in honor of our team. Okay, are you ready? Just move or something, and then I'll do it. Okay, smile. There you go. Got it. Oh, we actually look really good. All right, I will send that. I love you guys. Let's go rock.
Bye, girls.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good night.
Bye.